Welcome to the first module. Today's first step is called Collect. This helps put some basic organization of all that information and paper in your life, at work, in place. So let's get started. So the big idea with Collect is to just have one place to collect your actions, your thoughts, your to-dos. See, many people keep stuff in their head or on different systems, and this is what causes a lot of anxiety and confusion and lack of productivity. Start with a paper notebook. I started with a paper notebook, and over time I improved, but this took a while. I really just started to put everything in one location. That was the key idea. So paper is great because you can start right now. You don't need to learn a new tool. You don't need to download software. You don't need to make sure your phone or tablet is on. Even if it's not perfect, know you can improve over time, but just get started. Have a single inbox for all incoming papers and a single inbox if possible for emails. The key idea again, make sure you're collecting everything in as few places as possible. This way your brain isn't thinking, where did I put something? Where do I need to go to find something? For electronic mail, do the same. Send as much as you can into just a single inbox for every kind of electronic message. That can include Facebook, Twitter, different email accounts. Try to have messages go to one place or reduce the number of places you need to check. As you do this, look at your current system and eliminate sticky notes everywhere. Some people have millions of sticky notes scattered on their computer, their notebook, their refrigerator. Either goes into an inbox or it goes into your one notebook. Eliminate keeping things in your head. Clear it out. Maybe you don't have a lot of paper, but you're keeping the information just in your head. Write it down, and I'll show you how in a second. So, get a piece of paper right now and start writing. I'll help trigger some ideas in the next few slides, so don't worry. When you write, don't write paragraphs. Write it as a list. This helps you go quickly and, more importantly, to lump and sort things easily. A list is much easier to handle and to find patterns than long paragraphs. So, here's some trigger questions. What do you need to do right now? And what about later? Just list all the stuff that's crowding your head. If it's not in your head and you need to look it up, don't worry about it. Just clear your head of all the stuff that you think and you know you need to do and finish and work on. Now, list the projects you have in your head. And you may have covered those in what you need to do, but sometimes people have goals out in the future or things that they know that need to work on that take several steps, and those are called projects. And it can be something small or it can be something large. Just list them. What emails do you need to respond to? So without checking your inbox, just what do you know is important right now? Again, we sometimes just collect in our head, we check our email, we know we need to get back to somebody, and just list what's in your head. Are there questions that you need to ask? Maybe you're doing some research and you need to know where or when something's going to happen. So again, you have these questions in your head, just write it down. When you have to put something away for later, where do you store it? Your brain is keeping track of the files, the cabinets, the desks, the pockets. List them all out. Similarly, when you look for information, where do you go? These might be the same places, these might be different. But the important thing is, do you know? List it all out, and maybe you'll see that you've got things that are way too scattered. What are some important upcoming events? Anything that you would put on a calendar or an invite? Write it down, but only if you can recall it from your head. So don't look up your calendar, write down what's in there. Sometimes even though it's in the calendar, we still are keeping it in our head for some reason. It's good to just let it out and then feel confident that it is in the calendar after all. Is something bugging you? What is it? Write it out, again, as a single, succinct list, not a paragraph. This isn't therapy. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but just write out the things that are bothering you. And it could be personal, it could be emotional, it could be the pen that doesn't work, it could be the door that's stuck. Is there stuff you're waiting from someone? A response, a completed project? Write it down. And do you owe anyone anything that you've committed to? More commonly, it's a reply, but anything your brain feels you have committed to someone, write those down. So keep writing till there's nothing left. Take a deep breath. Write some more if there's anything there. And hopefully you reach a point where your brain should feel empty. So there you go. Done. How's it feel? Fortunately, you don't have to do that brain dump like that every day, but do make it a habit to collect everything every day, several times a day in fact, in those single places, knowing you're capturing everything you know, and you know where to look. So what have you got now? You should be clearing your head. You should be looking at your systems and realizing, I really need to start focusing on a single place for paper and for email. So stay tuned for the next module, and we'll cover things like how to work through this list of stuff really quickly, and the essential categories so you can just quickly go through any item and know exactly what to do. Thanks for watching. Until next time.